Welcome to another one of our webcast sessions. My name is Mark Blackmore.
My name is Simon Roskrow.
And this is all about accredited qualifications, professional qualifications. To answer this question, are professional qualifications just a tick box exercise? Well, it's interesting because we as an organisation offer Chartered Management Institute qualifications from level 3 to level 7. We offer Institute of Sales and Marketing Management qualifications from level 3 to level 6. And we also offer Edexcel professional apprenticeships. So Simon and I would like to really analyse exactly the pros and cons, I guess, of qualifications. It's interesting, Oscar Wilde said that you can never be overdressed or overeducated. So he was clearly a fan of education. And Nelson Mandela said education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. So they're advocates of education. However, I love this quote from Einstein: education is what remains after one has forgotten everything he learnt at school. So I guess in some respects we need to be careful. Simon, over to you.
One of the important aspects about education is that it is about skills. Skills are really important. All of those bits that Mark has just been through show how important skills are, and to be honest, we know that to be true anyway. The real key, though, is what is the difference between getting a professional qualification once you've started work and as you're partway through your career versus just learning on the job with no formal aspect to it at all. That's the bit that we need to weigh up. One of the first bits that we really need to focus on about professional qualifications is they're a great way of enhancing your CV. The days of people starting work with one company and then ending up retiring from that same company 40, 50, 60 years later are long gone. Jobs are lasting maybe 2, 3, 4 years now, and 5 years is actually quite a long time to be with a single organisation. So having something, a formal professional qualification on your CV, is a really powerful thing to have when it comes through to the recruitment process again. At the moment, only 1 in 5 managers has a formal professional qualification in management on their CV. So if you want to stand out, that's a great way of getting it done. The second thing is a financial thing. Sorry to bring this back to money again, but over the course of your career, it has been proved that people with professional management qualifications are going to earn more than £150,000 more than those people without. So as an investment in yourself, it's a fantastic thing. The return on investment is huge for getting a professional qualification. And I'll let you into a secret, it's even better if your current employer is paying for that as well, because you're the one getting the return, they're the one putting the money in up front. But that shouldn't put you off. Even if it were your money, getting it into a professional qualification is paying off hugely. The third thing is all about how focused we get on things. It's all very well going on a training course. It's all very well saying, I'll learn it, I'll pick it up as I go along. Sometimes we need that little bit of pressure to say, do you know what? I have to do this. I've got assignments to write. I've got tests to undertake. That can focus our mind. The little bit of fear that's involved in that can focus our mind on saying, do you know what? I need to learn this and I need to get it done. You remember that time back at school or back at university where you had the deadline, that pressure of an exam just about to appear, just about to come around the corner. That is actually what focuses your mind on learning. And you can do that throughout your career. You don't have to stop that when you leave formal full-time education. The final thing that I want to mention talks about what happens when you leave formal full-time education. There is a massive danger that we become fossilised. We finish learning at this point. Formal professional qualifications can strike a great balance between learning some new things from an academic point of view, generating that interest, that excitement, that inspiration to go and find new ways of looking at things. But what it can also do is do it in a very real and very pragmatic way that means it is directly applicable to this job, but for all of your jobs in the future as well. So Mark's going to talk a little bit more about the practicalities of how formal professional qualifications can be delivered. Mark.
Thank you, Simon. So I guess there are really 2, or in fact 3 ways which I'll come on to in a moment. The main 2 areas are either the traditional chalk and talk type training, which is the brick and mortar classroom training. Of course, the beauty of this is that it's interactive. You really get the opportunity to work with the tutor on a much more personal level. I guess the downside of this is time out of your workplace to actually do this, and often the expense. The second option is the online option, whereby you can very much go at your pace. There are different languages available in various different courses, and you can really pick and choose the sort of areas that are absolutely right for you. We tend to take a blended option, whereby we believe in both is actually the best way to learn. I said there were 3 options, and that really starts to talk about the apprenticeship program. Now, there's a lot of myths around apprenticeships and exactly what they mean. I don't know about you, but a lot of people's perception of an apprenticeship is maybe a 16, 17-year-old coming out of school and going into a job where they will learn a new trade. And it's often in a trade type role that an apprenticeship is thought of. Well, that actually isn't the case at all. There are various different apprenticeships in various different roles, from trades through to management positions. I guess what a lot of people don't understand is that you don't have to be a 16, 17-year-old to actually get an apprenticeship. And actually, the other interesting area, it doesn't have to be in a new job. You right now could probably qualify for an apprenticeship, depending on some criteria, but we can talk you through that. But you could apply for apprenticeship in your current role. And that very much introduces the third level that I spoke about, because it's an on-the-job accreditation, an MVQ style on-the-job assessment. The way that we work here is that we actually have a blended option whereby we'll work with you on a classroom basis, and we have a partnership with an assessing organisation that will come on the job and actually work with you in the workplace to ensure that what we teach you is actually practically implemented in the workplace. Now, that really excites us, and the government are offering between £1,200 to £1,500 per student, per learner, through this apprenticeship scheme. So that's something that some of you guys may want to ask us questions around at the end of this webcast. So that's the end of the webcast. Simon and I will certainly be available to answer any questions that you have, and thank you so much for listening.
Thank you.